Greetings. I hope I find you well. Thank you for tuning into your favorite channel. In today's lesson, we're going to focus on variation. So I have extracted a question from ZIMSEC Syllabus B Specimen Paper. Question 8, Paper 2. It reads, the time Q hours varies inversely as the speed P kilometers per hour. So remember, under Syllabus B, we have 4 types of variation: direct variation, inverse variation, joint variation, and the partial variation. So in this case, the type of variation under consideration is the inverse variation. Why? Because they are saying varies inversely. So inversely denotes the type of variation under consideration. So whenever you see the word inversely, this word inversely, whenever you see this word inversely means 1 over something, 1 divided by something. I hope you are following, class. So I'm going to start by writing the letter Q, which is representing the time Q hours. Then this word varies is denoted by a variation sign. So I'm going to put a variation sign to cover the word varies. And they are saying inversely. Remember, inversely means 1 divided by something. So I'm going to write 1 all over to something. And the something is then mentioned in front of the word inversely. Speed, P kilometers per hour. So I'm going to divide by P. So this is your starting point. I hope you are following, class. Right. So it's now time to introduce the constant of proportionality, which helps you to convert this expression into an equation. So you are going to multiply the right side by K, the constant of proportionality, to convert this expression into an equation. So you are going to write Q is equals to 1 over P times K. I hope you are following, class. Whenever you multiply the right side by K, it gives you the right to convert the variation expression into an equation. I hope you are following, class. So K is going to multiply 1. You get Q is equals to K over P. I hope you are listening. Right. So if you read part A1 carefully, you can tell that the examiner wants you to produce or to give the relationship between Q and P only. They sometimes say Q, P, and a constant K, but in this case, they are saying find the relationship between Q and P, meaning to say they want you to give the relationship after calculating the value of K. So to calculate the value of K, you have to identify a complete set. A complete set is whereby the value of Q is given and the value of P is also given. A pair given representing the value of Q and the value of P at the same time. If you substitute that given pair of values, it will assist you to find the constant K. But in this case, I want you to notice something, class. The introduction of the question is saying that Q is representing the time in hours. But line 2, we are given Q as 24 minutes, yet Q is representing the time in hours. So you have to be very careful when substituting the value of Q, because if you substitute Q as 24, the formula or the relationship is going to read 24 hours instead of 24 minutes. So you have to convert 24 minutes into hours. Remember, in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. So it means Q is going to be represented by 24 over 60, which can be reduced as a fraction in its lowest terms if you divide 24 and 60 by 12. 12 into 24, you get 2. 12 into 60, you get 5. So Q is representing 2 over 5 hours. This is the value that you use when substituting for Q. So I'm going back to this relationship here. On the left side, I'm going to substitute 2 over 5 for Q is equals to K, but P is given as 30. So you are going to put 30 for P. Then to find K, you can apply the skill of cross multiplication, whereby you multiply diagonal numbers. 5 times K, you get 5K. 2 times 30, it gives you 60. Divide both sides by 5. So 5 into 60, it gives you 12. So the constant is 12. So to then give the required answer, you are going to write Q is equals to, remember the original was K over P, but since K is now known as 12, you are going to write Q is equals to 12 over P. Then you are given 3 marks for that. I hope you are following, class. Then we move on to item 2. It reads, calculate the value of Q when P is equals to 3. So we are going to make use of the answer in part A1. Q is equals to 12 over P. Then you are going to put 3 on P. You get Q is equals to 12 over 3. 3 into 12, you get 4. So it means Q is equals to 4 hours. Then you are home and dry. I hope you are following, class.